Hello everyone, my name is Cruz. I'm Pre-Mentor, as you all know. The audio sounds kind of bad. It's because my microphone is not working, and I'm sorry. I tried figuring it out for like an hour now, and it just does not work. So forgive me that it doesn't work. It's wonderful when technology does not work, even though you have it. So that's my quibble right now. Anyways, college level writing. That's what you guys will learn the week of the 12th. So first off, what I like to start with is what is college level writing? Well, it's any type of academic writing, but I like to make a distinction, although it can be very different. And the two main parameters really need to focus on the audience and topic, because college level writing can be very different. For instance, if you're a mechanical engineering major, very formal, and it's lab oriented type of writing. You're gonna give in certain directions, and you have to write like that almost every single time. But maybe if you're a creative writing major, I think I would still consider college level writing because you're writing in a college class, but the guidelines are gonna be very different from creative major writing compared to ME with mechanical engineering, even compared to math, journalism. There's different types of writing for law, and even types of journalism. I have some examples right here. This is a newspaper. Within a newspaper, there's a lot of different type of writing that you will actually learn. You can learn in college. For instance, in the opinion section, there's a lot of different styles. It can be more formal, less informal, but there's a little bit more of a style by the author. And this other newspaper, it's an advertisement. It's kind of an advertisement, and there's designs on it. And so if you're in a graphic designing major, that academic writing is going to be a little bit different compared to if you're doing a news or an opinion editorial. So everything is honed into what that class is, or what your major is, or what the guidelines are. So you got to know the audience and topic. Very important, no matter what. And that leads me to my next slide. It says you can make anything by writing. I like this quote because it's true. Using words, you can use our imagination. There's sci-fi writing, there's all types of writing. But in college level writing, if you can express your point effectively, then the reader, and in this case, it could be a teacher, it could be a professor, whoever your audience is, whoever your reader is, you can try to effectively communicate what you're writing, and that is when you know you succeeded in your writing. Also, this presentation is going to be a little bit shorter on the shorter end because my audio is messed up, and I don't want to make you guys listen to bad audio. So there's 3 points I really want to mention in college level writing that will be very important. First, it's a process. You're not going to be able just to write and say, here, this is I just started, I wrote it in 1 hour, and this is the finished product. Nope, sorry, that's not it. First of all, you need to brainstorm. Don't plagiarize. Brainstorm your ideas. We all are creative. We all can do what we're told. We all can do the brainstorming. Brainstorm. Secondly, once you get a brainstorm, once you get ideas, you're going to have to articulate those ideas. So draft. Don't necessarily worry about the grammar, punctuation, and those kind of mistakes yet, because in your revision and editing process, that's when you'll focus on those. Thirdly, very important, I cannot express this enough, follow the given guidelines. If you write a paper and if you use I and you use more personal words, and the guideline says do not use any of these type of words, this is the type of style you need to write, and you don't follow that, basically your product you created, throw it away, start over. And so to avoid that, follow the given guidelines. Please follow the given guidelines. And that's also how you'll know what kind of writing you're going to be doing. Second point, the format of most papers. Not saying this for all, but most papers you will encounter in college are intro, body, and conclusion. That was kind of bad. Intro, body, conclusion. That's a format for most papers. And what I want to say for this is make sure they are distinct. You have a distinct intro, a distinct body, and a distinct conclusion. If they all just mesh together and you can't tell what is what, and you don't know when the paper, if it doesn't feel like it ended right because there wasn't a really solid conclusion, then honestly you aren't satisfactory in having that basic format. And within that format, to be able to effectively have distinct intro, body, and conclusion, have proper transition words. Have a proper transition. I personally am not very good at this. I forget to write a conclusion sentence sometimes. Like I have a paragraph and I'm supposed to have like a conclusion sentence, and the next sentence should be a topic sentence. Sometimes I muddy it up and it doesn't seem right. But practice on that. Practice. And that goes to my third point. Revisit the paper. Nothing is perfect the first time. And not only that, your writing is not going to be very good once you start. I mean, we've only been writing, I don't know, since we learned how to walk and talk first before we learn how to write. So we need to keep practicing that skill, because no one is just, some people are naturally good, but in order to have a good paper and have that skill, you need to practice it, you need to refine it, and keep at it. And that goes to my last slide. It looks like I have more slides now because this is a template. It's a cool 3D template. You can do it. Personally, I love writing, but I didn't start that great at it. My dad is a lawyer, and he read my paper. Was like, man, this is horrible. This is not good. You need to keep practicing. And that's how you do it. You need to practice. Write. And eventually, you'll be able to have the skills to effectively write and be able to communicate what you're writing and articulate your points. And that's the main purpose of writing, for the most part. That concludes my presentation. And because the audio is not good and I want to end it quickly, please send me emails. Please. If you want to see me in school, send me an email, because I can help. If you don't want help and you don't get help in your college career, you will struggle. That is a matter of fact. You will struggle. It is very hard to do things independently. It requires a team. And you have all these resources, so please use them. And I am a resource, so use me. Signing off, you guys.